Dodgers go on
Playing
to win
sacks,
5-4 with the earring.
Shohei Betts Teoscar, by the way.
And
What do you
Lauren,
think?
it was good to see Mookie Betts back in the lineup. I know he's been struggling with his health.
And Dave Roberts was joking there's a Teoscar tax to get to see Freddie Freeman for the third time. Did you like it off the bat? What did you think initially before the hit?
You know, it's funny you say that, Lauren. Myself and Millar were getting after it. We ordered massive amounts of food and ice cream, and we had the 4 boxes going. And one of the first things I did notice, I'm like, look at this. Why don't you just hit Freddie in the 3 slot and leave it alone? But I get it. Facing Tarek Skubal, you want Teoscar to get up there a little bit more, and it ends up playing out. And kind of playing off Lauren being at March Madness and basketball, and then I thought of Showtime with Shohei Ohtani. And then you think about the interchangeable parts of the Dodgers.
Yes.
They could run out a different starting 5.
Yes, they could.
Every night.
Yeah.
It's somebody different. So last night, I want to take you inside the starting 5.
Let's do it.
For the Los Angeles
Here's your
Dodgers.
starting
Here we go,
lineup
baby.
for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
5'10" from Stanford at point guard. Tommy Edman, 5-year, $74 million extension, and we were all kind of taken aback by it. He's got 2 bombs, 3 RBIs in 3 games this year. He's hitting .307 with 4 homers, 16 RBIs in 19 games since the start of the 2024 postseason. He plays everywhere, and he kills left-handed pitching. How about at shooting guard right here? 6 foot from the Dominican Republic.
6'5" with the
Teoscar Hernandez. They bring him back, finally gets his multi-year deal, 3 years, $66 million. Last year, he hit 33 homers, a career high in 2024. Flair for the dramatic. He had a .501 slug. It was 5th best among NL qualifiers in 2024. Hey, guys, lock in on Will Smith. We're going to put him at small forward. There's nothing small about him. I'll take him any day behind the dish. Blake Snell was spiking breaking balls in the early part of this game, and he was just wearing them to perfection, on a knee, mind you, and just swallowing and blocking baseballs. How about Spencer Torkelson in this moment right here? Chopper in first, no panic. There is no panic first and third. Let me run him back. One throw. That's how it's done at home, kids. Fundamentally sound Will Smith from Louisville. And that power forward, 6'3".
Shohei
from Japan.
Ohtani.
This at bat, Mr. Hanafi, I knew this was about to happen. We went sinker middle, sinker up and away. Then that almost gets absolutely torched 500 feet. He spits on a 2-2 changeup, and it's turn around and throw it over the fence. Got him. He hits that like a right-handed pull hitter. He didn't have to cheat. Once he saw the 2-2 changeup split down, he went backdoor 2-seamer, and he roasted it to left field. Look at him stay on. That's a base hit over the shortstop's head. Not when you're Shohei Ohtani. And at center, you want to play in the show? 6'5" from South Dakota State. His name's Blake Trinan. I'm going to take you through an at-bat to end the game. Colt Keith gets to a 3-0 count. Sitting on the couch, I'm like, do we green light him with McKinstry on deck? Maybe we need to green light him here because Blake Trinan's ball explodes. He takes this. He thinks he's getting another sinker. No, 91 cutter in on the hands. Jam sandwich, pop up, Freddie, game over. That was the starting 5 for the Dodgers. Tonight it'll be somebody completely different. They're going to win 120 games. Dave Roberts has a chance to go down as arguably the greatest manager that's ever walked the face of the earth in these next 5 years.
Yeah, no, it's
bold statement. They win 3 out of the next 5.
Titles?
Yeah.
I think it's bold just because of the nature of the game, right? And just how difficult it is.
Skubal got out there last night, and I get it. It's opening day. It's one game. We go high-low on everybody.
Yeah.
But he got out there. He had his big-time stuff, and they just wear you down.
JP, who joins us now on the inside corner. JP, the Rays and Rockies, of course, opening the season today in Tampa. Ryan Pepio is going to get the start. It's not Shane O'Mac. It's not Shane McClanahan. How has Pepio emerged as the starter here for the Rays today?
Robert and Mark, good morning. Pepio is really a great story for the Tampa Bay Rays. And, of course, he was acquired from the Dodgers in the Tyler Glasnow trade before last season. And somewhat under the radar, he had a great first year in Tampa Bay, was one of the more dependable members of that Rays rotation. So he has certainly earned this assignment. He actually said recently in an interview with MLB Network Radio that it's a little bittersweet. Yes, it's a momentous occasion to have his first major league opening day start of his career, and that's a huge honor for him, for his family. But because of what you just mentioned, Robert, it is tinged with a little bit of disappointment in that his teammate Shane McClanahan cannot be on the bump for the home opener with all the excitement surrounding the season in Tampa. Again, the good news for the Rays is that McClanahan is expected to come back relatively soon, and it's not a long-term thing that's putting him on the injured list. But certainly Pepio, if you look at his numbers last year, this is not just a fluky assignment. He has earned this by being one of the best pitchers in the Rays organization over the last year. And this is one of the reasons why Pepio and the depth the Rays have of starting pitchers, even without McClanahan. There are plenty of people around baseball who see the Rays as a legitimate playoff contender because of how much rotation depth they have.
D-Row, like I always say, I've learned to stop counting out the Rays, discounting them.
We won't do that.
No, we won't do that. Hey, there were so many good games yesterday. JP, including the one in Kansas City. The Guardians beat the Royals yesterday in extra innings. The Royals looked fantastic in that all-powder blues, but the Guardians get the win. What stood out to you the most from that game?
Well, my big question, Robert, with the Guardians this season is how will they make up for the absence of Josh Naylor following the offseason trade? Well, it was a little bit of old and new that helped them do that yesterday. Carlos Santana, who I'm convinced is going to be able to go 2 for 4 with a walk when he's about 55 years old, he keeps going. And Santana, again, quality at-bats. He knows the strike zone about as well as anybody else in the major leagues. There's a classic Santana swing, switch hitter, a key hit for the Guardians. But Kyle Manzardo, for me, was the star of the day for the Cleveland Guardians. He's going to get a ton of at-bats this season because of the absence of Naylor and a big swing. He almost had a cycle on opening day. And you think about it again, he's actually a former Rays prospect. So we talk about all the different connections. The Rays got Pepio from the Dodgers. The Guardians get Manzardo from the Rays in a separate deal. And there's a lot to like about that easy swing that Manzardo has. And guys, that to me explains why the Guardians, much like the Rays, are always in the conversation every year. Yes, they had to bid adieu to someone like Josh Naylor, but they've got Manzardo to replace him, and yesterday shows just how potent that Guardians lineup could still be.
No, that was a really entertaining game. Should be a great series, and that American League Central promises to be very exciting. JP, we're going to say goodbye to you. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Thanks for the time, man. Talk to you soon.
Have a great weekend. Thanks so much, guys.